Good evening, Bearcat fans. What a night it was. Last Friday, October 25th, as our Mena Bearcats took on Dover Pirates in an electrifying home game.
Absolutely, Jim. The atmosphere was electric from the get-go. The Bearcats came out strong in the first quarter with a big fumble recovery that set the tone for the game.
And it didn't take long for Brody Peters to capitalize on the momentum, scoring the first touchdown of the night. That crowd went wild.
In the second quarter, Michael Sullivan delivered some fantastic passes. He connected perfectly with Brody again for another touchdown.
Then we saw Sean Sullivan join in the scoring party with another impressive touchdown, followed by Ryder House getting on the action as well. That was 3 touchdowns in one quarter.
It was a scoring frenzy. And once again, Sullivan was the orchestrator, making those crucial passes.
Heading in the third quarter, Brody Peters showcased his defensive skills on great tackle before rushing in for yet another touchdown.
He really had a night to remember. And let's not forget the connection from Sullivan to Jair Hernandez. That was a great pass.
As we entered the fourth quarter, things got a bit heated with a lot of personal fouls, but the JV defense stepped up big time, showing they could hold their own.
Overall, it was an impressive performance from the Bearcats. They really showed their strength on both sides of the ball.
That's right. A huge shout out to the entire team for their hard work and dedication. Can't wait to see what they bring in their next game.
Let's keep the momentum going, Bearcats. Until next time, fans, go Bearcats.
What's up, guys? My name is Michael Sullivan. I'm the quarterback. Something good that we did last week is we threw the ball really well, and we came off and we ran the ball really well for Brody Peters. He's passed 1,000 yards this week. Something I did good last week is I kept my composure. Well, I tried to at least by throwing the ball and helping us run the plays. What we look forward to this week is keeping our mouths shut and being a good composure team, because that's what we need to be. We know a lot about Clinton. We know that they're a run-heavy team. That means if we don't come out hot and we don't play good at the start, they will put 300 yards or more on us, and they'll score 35-plus points, and that's not what we want. We want to come off and we want to shoot hard off the ball. We want to do everything right and play our positions. And something we hope to do better as a team is not running our mouths and no personal fouls.
We would like to thank the sponsors of the Coaches Show, University of Arkansas at Rich Mountain, where you can continue your education right here in Polk County. I'd also like to thank Mena Insurance. Go see P.T. Plunkett and all other folks for your auto, home, and life insurance needs. As well as Union Bank of Mena, hometown banking at its best.
Good evening, everyone. We're back with another Coaches Show. I'm Jem. I'm here with Coach Bentley. How's it going, Coach?
That's good. Going real good. How are you?
Good, thank you. So, first of all, we can talk about the last game. It was a great win for us. So, what is your overall thoughts about the game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great win for us. Super happy for our kids. 8-0, one of only 11 teams in our school's history to win at least 8 games. So, some big history being made there. And then first time we've been 8-0. Since 96, so 28 years. And so it was a big win for us, a milestone win for us, and started out a little bit slower than we would have liked, but we finished the half really strong and then came out the second half and started really strong, and was really proud of what we were able to do there.
Thank you, Coach. So we had a high-scoring game. So what do you think about our offense, and especially Brody's rushing yards?
Yeah. So offense has been great all year. We've scored over 30 points all year, and that's something that Coach Dover has done a good job. Creating the game plans throughout the year, and then we have a veteran group, and we have some explosive weapons all across the board between our quarterback Michael, who does a great job kind of getting us in the right places, and our offensive line and our receivers, and of course our running back. Yeah, Brody hit over 1,000 yards for the year, which is hard to do. That's really hard to do in high school football, and it's something that we had no doubt that he would be able to do, and he's done a great job. And for him, that hit the offensive line in front of him to achieve that, something really special. But offense has been really, really good. We've been really diverse. We want to be diverse. We want to be able to beat you in the air and on the ground. And then sometimes it's different. We played Walter in the week before. They were giving us everything we wanted in the pass game, and we were able to throw for 305 touchdowns. And then there's some games where they're kind of locking the pass game up a little bit. We got to beat them on the ground. So the more diverse we are, the better we can be, and our offense has been real successful this year.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. So again, Dover didn't lose against Dover, and we're just thinking about still we're undefeated, and how does it feel and making it happen against our home crowd this week?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's something, again, that's really hard to do. It doesn't matter who you're playing, you play and beat who's in front of you. And I think, like I said it before, I think it's a good 8-0. We've beaten some really good teams throughout this stretch, and it's just something really special that you've got to step back and appreciate. It's kind of something you look back, and it's easy to appreciate it after the season, and you can't get too caught up in what you've achieved, or you won't achieve more. But looking at it now, it's something that's, first of all, really, really hard to do. Again, it hadn't been done in 28 years here, so that tells you how hard it is to do. But it's a great memory and a great experience for our kids right now. We just hope to keep it going.
Thank you so much, Coach, for all of your thoughts. So next game, the Clinton game, it's going to be a away game. So what is your expectations about your game?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that we're in the same conference, two schools that are over 3 hours apart, and that's just kind of how it goes, I guess. And I don't know that Mena's ever played Clinton. Usually know the history of all that, but I don't believe we've ever played. So, the travel does, can create a challenge if you let it. But every game for us is a playoff game now. There may be a playoff game down the road to where we have to have a long travel. So getting this experience in right now, learning how to get on that bus, travel right, get off that bus and play, up to our standard is important.
Yeah, actually, our second question is going to be, that was the farthest way that we're going to go for the away game. So how is going to, you think, affect the team? We're going to still be fine.
Yeah, it does create a different challenge just because it's so far, but that's where it's our job, my job specifically, to, design a day that is most beneficial to them. And so, yeah, we'll get out of school a little bit earlier than we normally would. We'll eat lunch together. We'll go through a walkthrough, and we'll take, we normally don't stop on an away game on the way up. On the way back we do. But we'll break up our day a little bit. But you don't want to break it up too much and drag it out too long, or the kids could come out slow and flat. So, it is the biggest challenge is more on my end of figuring out how to design that day to where we can still get the most maximum ability out of our kids when they get there. But it is definitely a challenge. But like I said, though for a playoff game, especially getting in those second, third, fourth rounds, there may be a time when you're having to travel that far.
Good evening, everyone. We're back with another coach's interview with Coach Arnold. I'm Jem. How's it going, Coach?
It's going good.
So today we're just going to talk about the last game and this week's Clinton game. So what's your overall thoughts about the game, last week's game?
Yeah, really good showing for us defensively. They're doing a lot of good things over there on offense, and they were able to move the ball on us. But we overcame some mental lapses and some good things that they did, and we were able to get them off the field. Whether it was a fourth down stop or a turnover, every time that they were on the field with our varsity out there. And then, we were able to sub some guys towards the end of the game and really make them earn it, not just give up anything free to them. So I feel, really proud of the way that we played last week.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. So we had a really low-scoring game for the opponent. So what was the key thing that we did defense to shape the game like this?
I've got a mantra, 3 things that I just really preach with the defense, and that is pursuing with passion, tackling with violence, and stripping with desperation. we took the ball away from them a couple times with interceptions. We were desperate to get the ball out of the air there. They were able to break a play, one specifically, maybe more than one, but one specifically for over 15 yards that our passionate pursuit was able to get them down, and we were eventually able to get them off the field right there. And then, just throughout the course of a game, throughout the course of the year, us tackling them with violence has really taken its toll on the team throughout the game, the teams that we've played. So I think that those three things, amongst other things like execution and whatnot, but I think those three things are the reason that our defense has seen success last Friday night and the Friday nights prior.
Absolutely, Coach. So what is your thoughts about the other team's defense?
The other teams, like Clinton that we're about to play this week?
No, about the last week's game.
Oh, about the other team's defense specifically? Yeah, I mean, they were playing hard. Like I said, there was a lot of passion on their side of the ball too, a lot of desperation on their side of the ball. They were able to make us earn things offensively, which is great to see, especially going into what should be a really competitive game this Friday. We don't want it to just be super easy. We want to be challenged a little bit, and I think that they did that last Friday. I just think our offense played a little bit harder and executed a little better than they did, and obviously that showed up on the scoreboard.
Thank you, Coach, for your comments. So now we're talking about the Clinton game. So what is your overall thoughts about Clinton game? What's your overall expectations?
Well, Clinton's a really good football team. I've been telling the guys all week that this team's averaging over 30 points a game. This team's averaging over 300 rushing yards a game, which is not really what we've seen up to this point. But we're also a very good defense, I think. We've allowed less than 12 points a game. So I expect it to be a very competitive football game. It's an offense the offense that they run is an offense that our seniors especially are familiar with. They used to run a very similar offense to that 2 years ago, the two-way guys that we have. And so I think that we'll settle in quick to it. And I think that we'll have opportunities to take the ball away from them and to get them off the field and to stop their big plays if they have any, hopefully not, but to get them down and to keep living and give ourselves a chance to once again get them off the field. And I'm proud of the way that they've played, and I have no doubt that they'll continue to play that way this Friday.
Thank you, Coach. And what is our key thing for Clinton in defense that we should do?
Get them off the field. I mean, I know that sounds super generic, but this is an offense that could really just slowly march the ball down the field and chew up a lot of clock. And, when you're playing a team like that, if you let them chew up all that clock, then you're giving opportunities for your offense. If you have one turnover and they've dominated the time of possession, then they're in a position to win that game. So we've got to get them off the field and off the field quick so that our offense can get out there, and we got to get them behind the sticks basically, so that they are forced to do things they're not comfortable doing, and we can put ourselves in good positions to take the ball away from them and to get them off the field so that we can win that time of possession.
Thank you, Coach. So lastly, this is our first opportunity to have an interview with you. So this question is about the overall of the season. We had a really good defense. We were averaging really good to make stops. So what is the the key thing to make us this successful in our defensive game?
I talked about my mantra, and I believe that that's what's gotten us to this point. I still think our execution could be a lot better. And I think if we can combine with the way that we've been playing football, that passion, that violence, that desperation, with a really high level of execution. There's been games where it's been a high level, but a consistent, very high level of execution. I think that the sky's the limit with them. And I think that no matter who we play, it's going to be difficult for teams to score on us if we can do those two things.
Again, Coach, thank you for all of your comments for this coach's interview. So we're going to be back next week. And don't forget to support Bearcats against Clinton this week. Go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats.
Again, we would like to thank our sponsors of today's show, University of Arkansas Rich Mountain, Mena Insurance, and Union Bank.
being led tonight by senior Anna Williams. She's a member of the FBLA, FCCLA, the Bible Club, and she is the president of the Spanish Club. She plays basketball and softball and is a manager of the volleyball team. Now please remain standing and recite the Pledge of Allegiance with Clinton Elementary 4th grader Bree Henderson.
I pledge allegiance to the flag, to the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now our national anthem by Jacket Harmony. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, North Ark College is here tonight. Stop by to get information on upcoming classes and sign up to win prizes such as a free college class that will be offered next semester right here in Clinton. They have financial aid options available as well as a variety of courses to choose from. Stop by and see them and see what your options are.
I did that. I got it, I think. Alright, where do you want it? I wasn't. I wasn't? What? You confused me. Well, oh, the fireworks. Oh. Yeah, I saw that guy over there. I was meaning to say something, but I completely forgot to say something. Sorry, what?
Have you heard from Clint?
I know he's coming.
Oh,
I talked to him a lot today.
I know he said he was. He just usually beats me here. That's scary.
They got him already here somewhere. Alright, flip over on you, see it? Trying to look up at the band. Zoom in on the band. Yeah.
right before the press box outside in the bleachers.
Nope. All right. All right.
No, everything
Hey,
seems
don't
to be
forget,
working
concession
right.
stands are open tonight. If you're looking for some good coffee or some hot chocolate to keep you warm, go up there and visit them at the concession stand. They've also got nachos, hot dogs, hamburgers, you name it. I bet you they can get it for you. Go see them. All proceeds go to the Clinton High School Band.
All right, he's in the parking lot. Do we do a quick test on the sound, or is it all good?
Also like to give a big shout out to Penny Gene Electric for feeding the football team today. Really appreciate you and your support for the Yellow Jackets. Last night, feeding the 7th and junior high teams was the Arkansas Telephone Company. Really appreciate you guys as well. Thank y'all for all y'all do for Clinton Athletics.
Can you walk down to 25? On your right. And then look back up towards our stands and get shot. Okay, so it was attached to the zip tie.
It's a good thing I lost it, or I wouldn't be putting this sucker even on as far as I got it.
If you can't get it shoved in your pocket,
Telling mom and telling you that. It's your money. Just put it in your pocket. I might need it later. I need some bubble gum though. Did you get hold of Clint? Yeah, he's here.
the zip tie is what was holding it.
That's funny. That's gonna suck. After the game, or at halftime, I'm gonna walk all the way back up.
We're live.
Just walk back up the hill. Just to the side. Let's give him my bag. Bend down. That's it, Tony.
Oh, Brooklyn, you're doing the courthouse. Sorry. Go get that shot at the fans. Yes, keep going, keep going.
Should I get where they're running in, or should I get the coin flip?
Where they're running in, and then, ooh, wait, it just depends on which happens first.
All right. We will find out. I could do a better job.
Yeah, I found that out.
Okay, they're coming out.
Yeah.
What, 2 minutes?
Turn and find a football.
Find what?
Find the football boys. Alright, Brooklyn, turn and face the football boys. The football boys are coming out over here. Alright, 2, and take 2. 3.
if I can direct your attention to midfield for tonight's team captains. For the Mena Bearcats, number 54, Mason Sullivan. Number 71, Carter Cossey. And number 1, Elijah Smith. Your captains for the Yellow Jackets, number 32, Eli Henson. Number 58, Cash Money Carpenter. Number 6, Josh Foltz. And number 3, Grayson Littell. The Bearcats won the toss and are going to receive. Your officials for tonight's game: referee Mike Van Sr., umpire Cecil Hood, head linesman Ken Quinn, line judge Mike Van Jr., back judge Ed Gordon, and side judge Archie Elam Jr.
Did you see what happened on the snap, on the coin toss?
We won the.
Yeah, we won.
We won the
We
toss.
won and we wanted to receive.
We won and we received.
Ready? All right, welcome, folks. We're nearing. We can't hear each other.
Not at all. I have none of Clint in my ear.
Sound check, Coach Marshall. You hear us? Testing.
We're just not going to be able to hear each other. So
Okay. Have it on.
I'm gonna.
Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna open up my left ear here.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about set for kickoff.
Anybody want to give us a sound check?
Make some noise!
All right. We've got confirmation here. We are 3 minutes away from kickoff, and welcome, folks, to another Bearcat Foundation live broadcast coming to you here from Clinton, Arkansas.
Boy, you talking about just perfect weather for football here tonight, isn't it?
It is absolutely awesome, and we're sitting in the home stands and right amongst the opposing fan base, and the teams are taking the field. Bearcats have won the toss, Anthony. They elect to receive, and it's the 8-0 Mena Bearcats, and I know Clinton's they got 2 losses in the conference so far.
Just one.
One loss in the conference. So
I think that's the only loss they have on the season. Also, just that one loss to Dardanelle. And I was talking with one of their patrons here before the game. He said they just weren't ready for Dardanelle's speed that they had. So he said if it was a different circumstances and they come out ready for it, it might have been a little closer game. But Dardanelle had their way with them.
Dardanelle pretty much took over on that, and then they weren't able to get this potent running game going. Dardanelle is a run-heavy offense, and they weren't ready for the Dardanelle. You say speed, it really is. It's a combination of that Vega quarterback with Dardanelle, and he last year I believe he threw for 1,200 and ran for 800 or 900, and it's kind of a balanced attack, but it basically pivots out of that quarterback spot.
It all hinges off of him because you get to attacking him, trying to stop him, and then he's going to bust you over the top for big plays.
Bearcats taking the field to receive the kickoff.
You're going to put Brody Peters deep here.
It's kind of an interesting evolution of these Bearcats with the last 3 weeks, with the emergence of a really instead of saying, well, we have the capability of passing, we become effective at passing. But of course, the bread and butter of this Bearcat offense, we take the ball at the 20, going to advance to the 30. The bread and butter is, of course, going to be this offensive line, and you can't talk about the Bearcats without talking about Brody Peters.
Yeah, I mean, and that offensive line is just opening gaping holes for him, even when they're stacking 10 men in the box, trying to stop that run game, and there's just you can't stop it. And then Brody gets ahead of steam going downhill, and next thing you know, he's carrying guys 5, 6, 7, 8 yards.
This is a first time during the season where you're going to see what it's going to be the biggest challenge to this Bearcat offensive line so far, and we'll perhaps see a test of, instead of throwing when we want to, we might have to throw when we have to.
Correct. That's absolutely correct.
It's a spread formation. He's got a skinny split down here on the short side of the field. Going to be a draw play to Brody Peters. Tries to get around the outside unsuccessfully.
And, that's when Brody doesn't have great success is when they force him to that outside and they're able to get a hand on. I think if Brody cuts that back inside there.
He sure looked like it from this angle.
Yes.
Sure looked like he could have. There was a lot of room in the middle. Well, he's done more with less, let's put it that way. Boy, we got that bunch star formation. It's been a screen heavy, and that's what we're going to see right here. Hai Hernandez able to get a little bit of room, but not much. Or did we just get back to the line of scrimmage? I believe that's
about a yard, maybe yard and a half.
I thought he had crossed the line of scrimmage earlier than that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Where this group has really excelled is blocking out there in that wide receiver group, and we just kind of not whiffed on the block. We just didn't block very well.
It's the first time somebody countered it with an equal number of people. We didn't have them outnumbered in that formation. So the Bearcats with a draw and then a screen play. Offense kind of sprint out pass. He's going to throw it, and that one's going to come out wrong right at Hai Hernandez's feet.
Yeah, that one just never had a chance. That one just completely came out of Michael's hands wrong right there. But
that was rare. Normally really accurate on those rollout passes, especially to his right. So 4th and 8.
So you're going to get to see Sean's leg right here, see if he gets a hold of – he's capable of getting a hold of a real good one right here, Clint.
They got him moved up here.
Going
to back up 5 yards.
You had your receiver in motion right there, which we always do, but he turned like he was turning upfield way before the snap went.
Canadian rules. Snap is back. Takes a little bit of a run. That's not going to. It does
in
get
and out
by
of his
the
hands.
back. It's out of his hands. It's going to back him up about 10 yards from where it landed. Very successful punt. It's going to be back at the Clinton 30-yard line. Bearcats.
So
take to the field on defense.
That hit him in the hands about 11 yards ahead of that, and squirted back there and just down where he caught the ball, jumped on it there. So
he did a good job getting back there and getting on it. This Bearcat defense will take the field for the first time.
I'll do my best not to walk on you here, Clint, but it's hard not hearing you that good.
We can't hear each other, but it's going to be a reverse out to the fullback. Got some room. They're going to push it forward 5 yards. It's a nice gain on 1st down. This is exactly what this Clinton offense got. 3 backs in the backfield. You'll see that consistently.
Yeah, they're going to try to run right at you right here, aren't they, Clint?
Going to be under center. This time they're going to cross. To be a crossing play. Going to be enough for a 1st down. Gain of 3 on the play.
Whew, I gave him a pretty good spot on that. So they're running that flex bone, wishbone style, but having that wish flexed out here.
Spread out a wing back.
Now we need a negative yardage play right here.
Ooh, that wasn't a 1st down. 3rd and short. Going to be the fullback, and
he's going to get it.
Get the 1st down. Very enthusiastic PA announcer, isn't it?
He's enthusiastic. There's no doubt about that. And they got him cricked up a little loud just
wow. I think they turned him down a little bit before.
And a little high pitched on that announcer too.
single back this time. You got trips at the top of the field. They're going to hand off to the running back, and he's got some room. Boy, he's tripped up there. That could have been a lot worse. Still going to be a gain of 5. Tripped up by Brody Peters.
So Brody was able to get a hand on him, so stopped him for just a fairly short, because I thought you were right, 5 yards.
But we got a favorable spot on that one.
Nah, he had a knee down right there,
did?
Clint,
Okay.
but he fell forward further than that, and I thought that's where they were going to spot him for it.
Single. This time they do crossing action in the backfield, and it's going to be a big gain. Got to maintain. The thing about that crossing action is your middle linebacker has to take the first threat, which is a fullback. So by doing a counter, you would call it a counter crossing action in the backfield, you basically take Brody out of the play.
Because he's having to take that first threat first.
Take the first threat. He has to take the fullback. This time they both go to the same side, and we'll see if got Hunter McClara on the tackle. It's going to be enough for a first down. The second first down there across midfield.
They're not just blowing us off the ball. They're they're hitting the little creases. Just hitting the little crease right there.
Very consistent little crease right there. Bearcat staying with a 4-man front. This time there's some resistance there. It's going to be a short gain of 2 on the play.
But still going to fall forward for 2 yards.
Yep.
And that was more so tripped up by his own man running to the back of him.
Well, you had Geis Anderson at the defensive end spot, created a pile at least that he could trip over.
Yes.
They've made most of their hay between the tackles. You got big Aiden Anderson in there. Of course, both teams are still in that feeling out stage. This time the quarterback's going to keep it from the shotgun spot.
And that was Geis, yes.
Geis Anderson.
So now you got them in a little bit more towards what we want them to be set up in. 3rd down and 5 here, Clint.
Yep. Keep on calling the tackler if you want.
Yeah, please keep calling the tackler.
Two backs in the backfield again. Again, they cross.
Get
this
him.
time he tries to break it out to the outside.
Oh, yes, sir.
Nice tackle. Wow. High E. Okay, he got spun around a little bit. Was that High E that got a hold of him early and then inside came in and cleaned him up? Great job.
So now you got 4th down here.
Mason Sullivan.
About 3.5 yards.
Got 4th and 4. Big play right here, folks. 5:42 left here in the first quarter. First drive for Clinton, the Yellow Jackets. Trying to draw Bearcats offside.
And, boy, listen to the Bearcat fans across the way here from us. And they're bringing all the energy they had. This is a long road trip to get them. And have a decent crowd over there that traveled up here.
You're right. You're exactly right, because this is a heck of a trip. Yeah. Timeout on the play. Like to thank one of our sponsors.
Give the folks at Mena Ford a visit at Highway 71 North or call at 394-2214 for a complete Ford car and truck lineup.
Wish they'd do it for that one.
Yeah.
And we're back. That's pretty cool. We had a commercial with sound on it. I can't make fun of Mena Ford. That's terrible.
We can still do it.
Shotgun, 4th and 4. He's going to roll to his left. Looking for a man. He has nothing. Got Aiden Anderson pressuring him right there. Hunter McClara.
And he's just going to throw it out of bounds.
And it is thrown out of bounds, which is something you don't want to do on 4th and 4. You don't throw it away. that is probably going to be intentional grounding because there is not a, well, I don't know.
There was a receiver close, but there may be a block in the back in there somewhere with his running from sideline to sideline.
That's a good point.
Or a guy downfield.
Tackle,
yeah.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
So 2 defensive stands here by both defenses here to start this first quarter.
And considering that it was a turnover on downs, Mena comes out a little ahead in the field position, but going to be a real key. Got to generate some offense here. Because remember, with the two-way players that Bearcats play, it's much more energy-consuming to play defense. Going to be a quarterback power. No, it's an option. It's an option pitch to Brody Peters, and that is a nice-looking play.
Good play. Had the edge sealed. Yep. Michael brought the defensive end to him and gave Brody wide open field for 9 yards right there. Well, I guess it's 8 yards. So, but we'll take that all day long on first down, Clint.
Kind of a difficult angle to see. I'm getting about the same angle that you guys are seeing from the camera.
Don't correct me.
Same formation. This time it's going to be dive play, and it's going to be a big loss on the play. From this angle, it's going to bring up loss of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 after a good gain on first down.
And that's one of your defensive linemen. We just whiffed on a block right there. And you just rotated Sean Sullivan off of the field here on this big 3rd down play, Clint. You brought in the heavy package.
Got them. Everybody packed in line. You got, boy, they were
delay a game.
They were about to throw a wrinkle. If that's delay a game, oh my. Delay a game on a Bear. And we haven't seen that this year.
No.
So you go from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 9. You got this this band is getting with it, and lots of very active, full crowd here for the Clinton Yellow Jackets.
So we've got a mass substitution here too. So
well, you had to because they got your heavy boys in there. I would have liked to have seen what that wrinkle was. Got trips at the top of the field, single wide out down here with single back Brody. Just going to be a rollout pass. Mike is looking for a man, still thinking about it. He's coming back to the other side. Great block by Carter.
Go,
Cossey.
Michael, go.
He's got some space over here. Boy, and it's a slid on the play, and that should be a
late hit. He slid, giving up himself, and he comes and takes his head off right there.
Boy, that is unfortunate. We got to see.
While he's on the ground, he comes and hits him. Done gave himself up for the slide.
Gave yourself up for the slide. No, it's not the NFL. Boy, they'd put the defensive player in jail if that was the NFL. But that is unfortunate. This is big news right here for.
And I can hear Mama over there on the sidelines just giving them heck.
Boy, I don't blame her on this one. That's rough. That is rough. It's the whole reason for the slide. You got to hope it's not that AC joint because he's been somebody that's had to fight some of that shoulder injury. It is that left shoulder.
I think he just got the little stinger right there.
We hope so.
But he got the first down.
Did get the first down, but this could be big. We'll see if got coming out here at quarterback. It's going to be Trip Hensley at quarterback. We'll see him get his first snaps here, quarterback position.
Since preseason.
Yep. Some sort of contact injury to his elbow, and he had missed a game, I believe, and then just now able to throw again. Going to hand off to Brody Peters. Tripped up there early. Boy, it looked like he had a little bit of room, but caught his ankle.
Yeah, Brody just lowered his shoulder to go see what he could get, and I think he lost his footing just a little bit on this
Might have, 'cause I didn't see a hand
first time of the
coming
year. This is the first game of the year that we're actually playing on grass, so there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve on the grass field here tonight.
Jody Nicole joining us on the broadcast. Of course, Lee Smith, but he doesn't count.
He gets paid to do that, right?
We got a sound check from Gary, too. I wasn't looking at the chat early on. Sorry, guys. And we got the snaps over his head. Coming back, and it's going to be a turnover. It's one of those things you got, tough to take those early on in the game. Got to remember to secure the ball first, and costly turnover for the Bearcats. You hate it for Tripp.
And I think it's almost like he wasn't ready for the snap right there.
Yeah, and who knows? Everybody else was launching, though. Clinton Yellow Jackets will take over at the Bearcat 40. Dropping back to pass. He's going to go man-to-man against Caleb Cox.
Menhai was the ball hawk there, Clint.
Boy, almost got to it.
He almost one-handed that ball in there right there, and he had plenty of room to maybe take it the distance, and Clinton might have got to see a little bit of the executioner.
Absolutely, there's almost a execution right there. Going to go with that crossing pattern in the backfield, and they give it to the fullback this time.
Yeah, Hayes he said, all right, I'll put it on my shoulders right now. Defense is going to come strong, and he's going to come hit you. He may be small in stature, but he's going to give you every ounce of that 130 pounds he has, isn't he? If he weighs that much. All right, brought fourth up down.
Big play right there. You see them as they're feeling each other out. They're firing forward. You hear a roar from that Bearcat crowd across the field, and you got a 4th and 6, 2:02, and the Bearcats stand up quick. This Bearcat team knows the points are going to come harder without Michael. Haie was going back there to receive the punt.
And he's going to pay attention.
It'll be a pooch kick angled towards the sideline. Great punt. Well, goes out at the 10. I thought it was going out near the goal line, but it angles out around
It's
the 10.
still angled. I mean, it's a good angle punt. No chance of any return on that. So.
That's very difficult to do right there.
Yes.
Or it is when I do it.
And that
I make it look hard. No, I tried to punt. I got fired really early.
And so you're fixing to have to you're going to have to make this offensive adjustment right now with with this new quarterback.
Got to just first things first is making the snap. It's unfortunate, may not be just a stinger. Trying to spread the field with this formation, and Clinton is able to stack it up there at the line of scrimmage. Boy, Clinton is able to do it and still maintain at least a single high safety. I mean, I haven't counted the bodies of you. It looks like they're running it with 8 in the box. But this is by far the best that the defensive line is matched up with our front 5.
But they're selling out for the run is what they're doing.
Another high snap. Tripp's back in the end zone. Tripp is loose, gets rid of the ball. Complete to Ryder House. Ryder House with the completion. So Tripp.
Hey, just the wherewithal to stay with it, avoid the pressure, and offensive line didn't get downfield right there. And Ryder was able. You get good sophomore player for us comes up for a big play.
Dardanelle is already on top of Pottsville, 21-0. The great play by Tripp. I mean, as far other than missing the snap, of course, I'm not sure Going to be a play action, thrown deep. Nice. Nice looking throw. Hey, I know it went to the wrong team, but you know, you're looking at 3rd and 5. You get the ball out there.
It's almost like a punt right there, Clint.
Almost like a punt. I know I'm kind of putting a good spin on it. But the Bearcats, I don't know, you kind of send a signal there because that thing shot out. I mean, he got 40 yards of range on it, had a spiral.
They had two. I mean, you had two defenders back there on high E, so they didn't fall for anything.
You know, and that's the trouble with what's happening is we've not seen anybody be able to handle. I'm not saying it's a base defense because they probably are selling out on the run, but they are able to maintain a safety that's kind of able to sit back there 12 yards deep. We really need to generate some more running offense there. Boy, it looks like the Bearcats stacked them up as a scrum back there, and it's going to be a gain of 1 on the play.
High E selling out right now. I can promise you that.
Pinning his ears back.
And that's going to bring up the end of the first quarter, Clint.
End of the first quarter, wow. Action went by really fast.
So first,
another one of our sponsors. Tonight's game brought to you by Union Bank of Mena, hometown banking at its best. Union Bank is the area's premier local bank since 1934. Proud supporters of the Bearcat Lady Cat Athletics. Nothing brings a community together more than supporting our local sports teams. And we're all about local people making local decisions. I'd like to thank Union Bank for being a big part of this broadcast.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I know we got a what does Sam have there for us?
So
we have 17 yards of offense.
Got 17 yards of offense in 3 possessions here so far, but the good news is they've only got 37. So this is a field position game, and right now they're winning it. Got the shotgun formation. Twins out here. They're going to throw a screen right there, and
yes, sir.
Bearcats miss. But boy, that's Trip Hensley coming in there and chopping him down quickly.
Yeah, Caleb was in there as taking on the blockers, but Trips came in and took out the receiver on that.
The Prince of Pallet unloaded.
The Prince of Pallet unloaded.
Going to be a reverse action right here, and a great job by Jair Hernandez. Saw that coming, and you could tell that's been on film. Jair Hernandez did a good job, but he's still able to gain about 3. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. It'll be interesting to see if they don't play the field position game. It looks like with the substitution they're going to.
We'll
They're going to flank the quarterback here on both sides. It's only 4th and 4. Clinton wisely is going to play that field position game. This time it's going to come back and angle towards the sidelines, and it is absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
and
okay.
This is going to be a dangerous position here for the Bearcats. Oh, it's in
the
end zone.
It went in the end zone.
Oh, wow.
I thought he marked it just short of the end zone, but I was like, that went around the pylon, Clint.
Boy, see, I didn't see it that way, but I'm perfectly happy to be wrong.
I was looking for his arm to do this. If he didn't,
man, he put that right on the money, and as Chase Butts just said, that guy punts it more accurate than I passed it when I played. I would say that's probably true.
His punting accuracy is a whole lot better. Is almost as good as High-E's kickoff accuracy.
Yeah.
It might come down to just a high field goal to win it.
Coach Marshall can verify.
Hey, Michael is back out on the field right now, Clint.
So that's big news right here. It's that left shoulder. It has been in the past. If it's that same AC joint that he fought last year. Going to quick throw out to the outside. It's going to be a screen on the play, and we got some room. That's Caleb Cox with some good, strong running.
Good run by Caleb.
Boy, and we got penalty flag on the play. I was going to say I saw Sean with his arms out, that who me pose that Sean sometimes assumes.
I don't see a flag on the play.
It's over there behind the line of scrimmage on that side.
Boy, isn't it weird how football's progressed. This is the first grass field. We sound like the two old farts.
Yeah.
We are, I guess. We don't just sound like it.
It used to be you're like, oh, these guys are uptown. They got turf.
That's right.
Now almost everybody does.
Got it. Boy, there's going to be a loss of 10 on the play. Wow. It's a hold. Boy, they're running too high safety. Going to be a reverse with Sean Sullivan. Sean Sullivan, great job containing there by that outside linebacker. He played that perfectly.
I thought there for a minute, it looked like he had a little bit, could get the edge, but.
Very disciplined defense right there. Going to hold him to a gain of 4. Going to bring up second.
It was about 15. A 4-yard gain, I think.
Yep. Second and 16 on the play. 10 minutes here in the second quarter. Got trips at the top of the field. Sean Sullivan coming in motion. He's going to reverse out. Bearcats having a tough time with their footing out here. Sean's trying to find the edge. Does a good job. Going to get back to 3rd and 10.
They're going to be inside the 10. It's going to be about 8 or 9 yards.
Boy, this would be a big 3rd down play for the Bearcats right here. We got to see. Michael looks good. It looks like he's swinging both arms.
I was going to say that. I mean, I think that was his right arm that they were working. It was his left?
Left.
Okay.
It was his left. Got trips here at the bottom of the field.
Oh, yes, sir. It was offsides on them first.
They jumped first.
Yes, sir.
Yep. That is big, because that's going to bring it. They're a yard ahead of the stick there, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's going to make it just a little bit more manageable here, Clint, to pick up this 3rd down. It opens up the playbook here.
Yeah, it does. You got to think about how this changes stuff, because I think this would have been a game that option would have been a great play against this particular defense. We got 2 high safeties, and again, they go with that option. Brody with some room. He's going to have enough for a 1st down. And almost sounded smart right there. I pulled with Tony Romo, but you know that you get to that second level by leaving the defensive end unblocked. And they are, in that 2 high safety, you make them commit.
And if they commit to Brody, right, then Michael's got that lane to run. So
you got to wonder about, how winged he is, if they're going to be. But obviously the coaches feel like it was worth the risk. 1st and 10, Bearcats. Been a rare 1st down for the Bearcats. Hand off to Brody Peters. They're going to try the middle of the field. And this time we get some success. That's the best we've done in it with a base running play.
But, that was – Brody was – he cut back off of that. The play was designed to go a little farther left, and he cut back off of that and drug them for another 2 yards. So
yeah. End up going to only be a gain of 4 on the play. Be a manageable 2nd and 6. You're down to 15 seconds on the play clock.
And the clock just keeps chewing off.
Wow. Option to the left. Pitched it a little bit earlier right there that time. That was one rare occasion you imagine that it's easy to second guess, but that might have been one he could keep.
That was one they sold out to stop Brody on that one.
Be 3rd and 9. Score is still 0-0. 7:25 left to go here in the first half. Got trips down here at the bottom of the field. He's going to roll out. He's going to float it deep, and he has got Elijah Smith. And he's down to the 20, the 10, and he is in for the touchdown. Boy, and they made a big mistake. And I think if I saw that correctly, you saw Elijah Smith make kind of a double move.
And Elijah had his breakout game against Ozark 3 weeks ago.
He really did.
And where he really got his confidence. And, they just didn't respect him right there. And Elijah, when he gets in open field, he's got some top-end gear to him. So
We got the camera. The camera angle was coming at the bottom of the field. We couldn't really see it, but he looked back. He kind of faked looking back for the ball early and caused the defensive back to look back, and then he took off again. Great route, great game right there. And again, Elijah Smith with a amazing play right there.
But thank the O-line. Thank the O-line for giving him the time, because he did not have any pressure on him right there on the rollout. So
nice throw, nice catch, great play by the Bearcats.
So finally some offensive production.
Yep.
It was pretty glim there, and had more
big-time chunk yardage right there. Bearcats with 102 yards of offense here with 7:08 left to go here in the first half. Take this time to thank another one of our sponsors.
She's got you.
Tonight's game brought to you by H-Brand Land Management. Give them a call at 479-234-7455. H-Brand Land Management for forestry mulching, septic installs, and general dirt work.
AKA Buckethead.
Make sure you ask for Buckethead. Coach Harper will be proud to hear that one.
You know, and there again, I'm going to say a little bit on Elijah right there. You know, he was so wide open, sometimes that's the hardest ball to catch.
Kick is away a little bit short for Haie.
Ain't going to get a little block in the back here, so that.
Boy, I didn't see it, but
what little return is going to come back is a hold or block in the back. I couldn't tell.
Definitely not on us either way.
So now you're going to have them pinned back here. Defense has been looking really good.
Yes, they
You know,
have.
you gave up a few plays on first and second down, a couple first downs, but for the most part, they've hunkered down after that opening drive where they had a little bit of success, and just can't allow that big play.
If you're going to do it 3 yards in a cloud of dust at a time, you got to execute a whole lot of plays to get down there, stating the obvious, but turnaround is going to be a counter play. Looks like the Bearcats are on top of it quickly. It's going to be a short gain on the play.
And you got Bearcat that's down 76. He's holding his arm up like he's the one that made the tackle. Aiden Anderson right there. Aiden, he really messed something up on his arm. I don't know if somebody landed on it, a helmet to it or something, but maybe a dislocated finger or thumb or something.
It's like Nathan Needham's coming in at that nose guard spot. Going to hand off up the middle, and he's got a lot of space. It's going to be enough for a first down. They're going to test that spot. Going to reverse it out this time, and they have to lunge for him. Nice tackle, but it was 6 or 7 yards deep. Just like that, Clinton's got some momentum.
They got the edge sealed twice right there, back to or up the middle the first time. Got the edge sealed on that one, and he was coming off of that corner to try to make that play, and he just got around him, but Tripp followed it up.
Looked like he was going to be in really good position there. Just got knocked off balance early and lunged for him. Just couldn't get it.
Looks like I think.
Ooh, that's
illegal
tough.
Substitution against the Bearcats. I didn't see that. I had to.
Unfortunate against this type of an offense. Coming forward. This time, Haie makes the play. They tried to go back to the well there and didn't get much, but it's going to bring.
Just about a gain of a yard there, Clint.
Going to bring up 2nd and 4. Might be a couple yards. 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Clinton's just not getting in a hurry here. Twin receivers split out. Going to hand off to the fullback. Gets stacked up early, and boy, the Bearcat defense is bowed up. They're not giving. Started off at 1st and 5, but Bearcats are making them earn it.
Brody Peters just met him in the hole right there, and he fell forward for a little bit more than I wanted him to, but
looked like it might be a no gain, didn't it?
It did.
Early on, Brody did a great job of anticipation. Chops down the fullback almost immediately. Brody's eyeing that fullback, and he has the ball, and boy, I don't think he got it.
No, they're going to mark him. Yeah, he picked up the first down. Yeah.
We're at a bad angle up here.
But this clock just keeps chewing down here, Clint, which is exactly what Clinton wants. They just
but, you know, you say it's kind of weird, but 4 minutes. Boy, great play right there. Is the ball on the ground? I think it was, and the ball lost yardage on the play.
It's number 7, Daniel Edgman, which, man, he just blew that play up. That's the first time I've seen him on the defensive line this year. So,
what? Who?
Number 7, Daniel Edgman.
Huh. We pick him up on
waivers.
Can we do that?
We're not a private school. We can.
5 down linemen for the Bearcats. See, isn't that a little bit of an adjustment? I'm not that observant. Crossing play on the outside. Great play almost a great play by Caleb Peters. Boy,
Caleb Cox.
Yep. Trip Hensley did a great job of coming in and cleaning it up. Because, boy, if Tripp misses, that is dangerous there. But Caleb did a great job getting in position.
That little stop jump on both of them, he did it on Caleb, but it slowed his momentum down enough that Tripp was able to come in and clean it up.
Big third down play right here, 3rd and 11. Play action. So I got a man out there on the outside. It's floated up on the backside, wide open. Big completion. Boy, I did not see that coming because he rolled out to his right and then floats it up to his left. Wow. Great play by this Yellow Jacket quarterback.
Wow. That's the big play that you try to fight off when you're running this off or defending this offense right here. Kind of lull you to sleep with all the misdirection and running the ball. And
Tucker Strickland got that from Robbie Hines.
A loss of about a yard there. He takes on the blocker and still gets a ring.
They did get a timeout, so.
Okay, so